The next big Kengan tournament is here. Something unlike every other in the series, this time we have 8 fighters viewed as the strongest in their respective underground promotion. The real champion tournament is here. Additionally, we got all the main reveals about Shen Wulong covered, a full understanding of what he truly wants is finally presented, continued and endless hype for the almighty beard, more reveals regarding Tokita Nico and Lu Han's plans currently, and of course more stuff about Oma and everything else to go over. But to begin, let's discuss the tournament. So as already mentioned, there's 8 fighters participating in the tournament. One of the confirmed fighters representing Purgatory is of course Wulong. It's confirmed here in this panel that there's 2 fighters representing the Kengan Association as pretty much the top promotion in the underground martial art world. One of these fighters is Drota, thanks to him defeating Kanogito gaining a spot, and the other fighter for the Kengan Association was unknown. It was hinted that it could be out of these fighters potentially. Wakatsuki, pretty much the veteran god of the Kengan Association. Rito, the winner of the most recent tournament, the Berserker Ball, Hatsumi Sen, who recently defeated Canada in a clash, and Cosmo, who was defeated by Saw of Pang and honestly kinda fell off so far in Kengan Omega unfortunately, alongside Tokita Oma also being a possibility. If I had to pick out of these guys, I think Waka deserves it the most. Of course, it would be cool to have Oma in the tournament, however, I don't particularly think that will be the case. Currently in the story, he's training alongside Kuroki for of course his fight against Shen Wulong, which seems to be taking the back burner for a little bit, and I don't think Oma will be returning for this tournament. Unless of course the Kengan Association is putting everything up for Oma to get stronger, as in the most recent chapter, it's hinted that the Kengan Association are more so using this tournament so the strongest fighters of the underground world fight one another for them to get stronger as a whole to push potentially the winner of this champion tournament to the top, gaining such power they could potentially fight Shen Wulong and give the connector what he's truly after, which I'll be breaking down later in today's video. So with all that considered, Oma makes the most sense. I think Waka is most deserving of representing the Kengan Association, and Oma is busy with other stuff set up outside of this tournament, but it has been 2 months of him training with Kuroki, so perhaps he is back. When it comes to the other promotions, we actually have a little bit of an understanding of who they are, not the fighters but just the promotions as a whole. In Sandovich's, the author of Kengan Ashura and Kengan Omega's latest manga, Star Strike It Rich, a series that takes place in the same world as Kengan, featuring pretty much the female fighter underground, more at a lower level currently. I will be making a video going over everything that's happened in the manga so far, my full breakdown, and why it's honestly probably the best female martial arts manga of all time and it's absolutely goated, so stay tuned for that video. But in one of the panels we got this revealed, highlighting pretty much the other underground martial art organizations, all of them of course being under Kengan and Purgatory, but these are the ones that could potentially be involved in this tournament, having their fighters participate. Another thing a lot of people in the fandom of course would want in this tournament is of course the arrival of the Fist of the Seeker characters, someone like Katsuya participating. However, if you don't know, Rokushin Karate and the Fist of the Seeker tournament isn't part of the underground, and a lot of the characters part of that group, for example Joji etc, aren't really that interested in fighting for the underground, and I believe aren't really allowed as well. However, hopefully that changed or they just stopped caring and we do have someone like Katsuya entering the tournament. That is exactly what we need to build up a fight against Shen Wulong. Apart from all that, there is the unfortunate factor that a lot of the fighters in this tournament could be fodder. This is based on when the fighters from other promotions participate in Kengan matches. Looking at the history of the story, they have not performed well at all and are pretty much bottom tier Kengan characters compared to the tops of the Kengan and Purgatory Association. So hopefully this isn't the case and all fighters in this tournament are strong and able to push people like Wulong. However, I'm expecting Wulong to absolutely stop in this tournament. Likewise with Jirota, but hopefully we have some shocking, perhaps returns, maybe someone like Gao Lang, this guy in the hoodie here, over the last few years has been pretty much fighting in different underground promotions, becoming the champion in those, and that's why he's in this tournament now. That would be pretty cool. Maybe other fighters did a similar thing, but we'll have to wait and see. Therefore, it's safe to say that the Real Champion Tournament is what the Kengan Omega story is going to be focusing on for a little bit, and honestly that's for the better. Sandovich, when it comes to writing, definitely performs much better when a tournament is going on, and it's been quite some time now, so I am very excited, and the pretty much reality of what this tournament is also very interesting as well. Apart from that, the other stuff currently going on in the story includes Gilbert Wu, who seems to be exactly like Eddie at this point now, confirming that the setup between him and Ryan's fight is pretty much done at this point, with Ryan defeating and killing William, so that is something to look forward to in the future of the story. Apart from that, we have pretty much the main reveals about Shen Wulong. So we had all these chapters dedicated to Kazi and the others pretty much working out and getting told by Shen his ultimate goal to transfer the tiger within himself, the other version of Shen Wulong, into pretty much Oma and then himself into Roki, so they can pretty much fight one another. As Shen Wulong just wants an equal, or as he said in the previous chapter, a playmate, someone he can go against full power and have the fight he's been craving probably for his entire life. He views as transferring the brains and pretty much consciousness into Omaruki as the way to do this, but makes a deal with Kazi. If he can find someone to give him this fight, he will pretty much drop that, and that's the purpose of the Real Champion Tournament, to find someone or pretty much develop someone who's capable of pretty much having that fight with Shen Wulong, giving him what he wants. That's why it's a high possibility that Oma could be entering the tournament, or of course the champion of the Kengan Association, Kuroki Gensai, who's mentioned by Shen in this chapter, giving him once again more hype. Wulong says that, personally I think that guy I fought the other day, Kuroki Gensai, is pretty close to what I'm looking for, which puts Kuroki pretty much above everyone apart from the Connector himself at this point. And then we get more insight to scaling of some of the other top tiers of the worm. For example, Yan and this dude are pretty much equal to the likes of Luhan and Nico, meaning if they were to clash, they would pretty much be a draw, or Yan and this guy could potentially win. It could be interpreted as Yan and this dude versus Luhan alone, but I don't think so considering the context and Shen right away mentioning not wanting to lose Nico after this, meaning it's probably talking about a 2v2, so these guys I would say are pretty much equal to one another. But the mention of Nico and his research potentially producing a warrior that can rival Shen is very interesting. The whole Tiger Vessel stuff that's been pretty much rampaging the story since Kengan Ashura. Once again, that's what Oma is, so more reason for Oma to be the one to face and potentially give Shen Wulong what he wants. So in short, this tournament has a lot of potential and I'm excited to see the fighters hopefully next week. But I hope you enjoyed today's video. Shout out to these mad lads, the members. Check out these other videos, and that's it guys. Peace.